Polly, fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Have you had a good day so
Yeah,
far?
yeah, thanks.
Excellent. And it's is it 11 o'clock where you are, or is it
Yeah,
10?
11:11.
Okay. All right. And you'll head to bed right after this class, or
Yeah, just after this class, I'll go right to bed.
uh-huh. Awesome. All right. Yeah, it is only 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. So, but I thought we would do a topic on sleep since many of you guys are heading to bed right after this class. So,
Yeah,
so I thought
yeah.
it would be really fun. So.
European nations, I think we are going to bed now.
Yeah, and then Brazil is Brazil's about 7 or 8 p.m. So they're in the evening. So and then who is I guess Japan would be it's about 6 a.m. in the morning. So they're
Yeah,
probably not up. So but who knows? Um,
it's
so
very fun here that we can find people from everywhere.
I think it's great. That's one of the things I love about Verbling is in fact my mom asked me I think in November who I taught, and I said, well, there's various people in the classes. There's all kinds of people, and she asked me to make a list, and then, so in the month of December, I made a list, and I think it was 42 countries.
Wow.
So it was like,
Yeah.
wow. So and hello, how are you, Vicente? Is that how you say your name?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank
How
you.
do I how do I pronounce your name? How do I say your name? Is it Vicente? I'm sorry?
Yes,
Vicente? Okay. And where are you from, Vicente?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. We were just trying to figure out what time is it there. Is it about 7 or 8 p.m.?
It's 7 o'clock.
7. Okay. I wasn't sure exactly which one it was. So, excellent. So, and is it really hot there right now?
Teacher, I have difficulties to hear you. Can you repeat?
Understand. Okay. Is it hot in Brazil right now? Is the weather hot?
Yes, a little bit. Today it rained and
Uh-huh.
the weather is better now.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. And hello, Carlos. How are you?
Hello, Holly. Fine.
Hello. Did you get a new picture, or are you a different Carlos?
Maybe different, Carlos, because this is my third class only.
Oh, okay. So you are obviously different Carlos. So where are you from, Carlos?
I am from Madrid, Spain.
Awesome. Well, welcome. And what's the weather like right now in Madrid?
It's cold, but not so cold as New York, but a little cold.
Cold like 10 degrees or 20 degrees?
Now it's currently 2 degrees
2
in the night,
degrees. Okay.
but in
Okay.
the morning eight degrees,
Uh-huh.
10, depending if it's sunny day or not.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just checking. One of my smartphones will tell me what it is here. I think it's about 10 degrees here. So it's actually quite warm where I'm from. So
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in the western part of the US. I'm in Idaho.
Okay.
So yeah.
One question: Why so few teachers have class to this hour? Is lunch time for you usually, or
For me it's 3 p.m. So I don't know why few people have classes during this hour.
I don't know why there is one very empty of class hour. At this time, only you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. So why that is. But
There was another class. There was another class on some kind of a game, but it was full
yeah,
for
sometimes
this
there's
time.
other classes and sometimes there's not. And I don't know because I
Called
know 2 o'clock seems to be even less because the hour before this because a lot of people in Spain are eating dinner. I think so. Rodrigo, where are you from?
Hello, I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, we're at 7
hmm
p.m. Okay, excellent. And is in
It's actually 8 p.m.
or is it 8 p.m.? Is it 7
Yeah.
p.m. in the other part of Brazil, or is it? Are you guys all of the same?
It's daylight saving, so maybe that's the mother.
Okay, for part of it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you. And Greg, welcome. How are you
Hi,
today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. Very good. Very good. And in Poland, is it hot or cold there?
I am not in Poland, I'm in the UK, so it was one
Oh,
of
that's
the
right.
yeah,
You
one
have to
of
tell me that every time too. So-
it was one of these exceptions where I see the sun in this city.
really? So the
Yeah,
sun is out. Okay.
for more than a couple of hours, so it was
Uh-huh.
quite cool.
Uh-huh. Okay. And here in Idaho, I think we're breaking records. It's spring conditions right now. So I have my door open right now and the dog is coming in and out and all kinds of things. So that's really cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do today is we are going to go over a topic on sleep. And I thought since many of you during this hour are either in the evening in South America or are getting ready to go to bed, I thought this would be a fun class to go over. So let's go. I'll go ahead and get started on this. The topic is born to snooze, and snooze is slang for sleep. So were you born to snooze? So the first question I have for you all, Carlos, what time do you usually get up in the morning? How easy is it for you to wake up?
I get up at 7 a.m.
7 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And is it easy for you to wake up or is it difficult to wake up?
It's difficult, but it's a must. It's a duty because my wife get up at the same time, and if I don't, I get knock.
Uh-huh. Is she knocked? Or so she hits you?
Yes.
Okay. Or does she ever squirt you with water?
Maybe.
That's something you could do too. Is water squirting. That's what my mom used to do. So, and Rodrigo, how about you? What time do you usually get up in the morning, and how easy is it for you to wake up?
I usually wake up at 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
6:30 a.m.
Okay. Okay.
But it's really hard to wake up at this time.
Okay.
But I have to do that because I need to work and get some money.
Okay. All right. So we usually do not say 6:30. So we'll say 6:30, or we'll say in British English they will actually say 5:30 as well. So
All right.
6:30 or
6:30.
5:30, and then the other way is 6:30. So
Oh, okay.
6:30 is
Ha
British
half
English.
past 6.
Yeah.
Just a simple question about pronunciation. You say 30 or 30? Because sometimes the D, T's, and
Sometimes it's
sounds
30,
like
6:30. As we say it with the D,
with the
6:30
D.
instead of 30. So it's 30.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's normally with 30 almost all the time. So, okay. All right. And Greg, how about you? What time do you usually get up in the morning, and how easy is it for you to wake up?
Usually it is 11 a.m. Previously, when I worked in the factory on the night shift, it was 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
because I go to bed at it was 8 a.m. when I went to bed and woke up at 4 p.m. to have 8 hours of sleep.
Oh,
That,
got it. Got it. Yeah, and so
so
now do you work? What shift
now
do you work now?
I do not work right now, so right now I have, I can
Uh-huh.
wake up at time that I prefer, but
Uh-huh.
just to make pulse checks, things,
My
and
my brother calls that to sleep until you're done. And so whatever, whatever your body tells you. So if you do not have to have an alarm clock, you sleep until you're done.
yeah.
I'll write that down. Sleep until you are done. So do you also go to bed quite late then, Greg?
Well, when I go to bed, that depends. Sometimes it could be, couple of hours of sleep, 5, 6 hours. Sometimes it is 10 hours. I don't know. There's no really a limit.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And Nacho, how about you? What time do you usually get up in the morning? How easy is it for you to wake up?
Well, I usually wake up at around 8:15 and I stay in bed for 10-15 minutes listening to music because if I just get up, I'm in a very bad mood. So I need like 10 minutes without speaking, without talking to anybody, just listening to music.
Oh wow. And then you get you charge your battery that way mentally,
Yeah.
and then you get up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Vicente, what time do you usually get up in the morning, and how easy is it for you to wake up?
Well, I usually wake up 10 o'clock a.m. because I don't work in the morning. I work in the afternoon and at night. And I usually go to bed between 1:30 and 2 o'clock a.m.
Okay. And that's also my schedule. I usually go to bed between 2 and 3, but I usually get up between 8 and 10. Sometimes 9, sometimes 8, sometimes 10. And if I have a day off, it'll be later than that. So, hey David, how are you today?
Hi, Holly. Thank you. I'm doing well. What about you?
Very good, very good. So, so what time do you usually get up in the morning, and how easy is it for you to wake up?
Yes, well, depend of the day. In the week, I usually wake up at 6 or 7 a.m. And in the weekends, I usually woke up more late, like maybe 10 or 9.
So you wake up, instead of more late, you wake up later.
Later, yes.
Later.
Sure.
Or later, not even with the T, it's more of a D sound, later. Okay.
Later.
Okay, all right. And yeah, so do you get up that early because you have to go to work or class, or why do you get up then?
Yes. For example, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I have to wake up at 5:30 a.m. because I have class at 7 a.m. So those are the days that are more earlier in the morning for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like that. I only get up that early if I absolutely have to. So.
Yes, sure, I know.
So, all right. All right, so let's go ahead and go on. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at some idioms. We will also look at some keywords. Both these idioms and keywords are part of this topic. Then we will do this exercise on find the information. We'll look at basically look at your habits your habits and kind of what type of sleeper are you, and then we will read an article about getting up in the morning. And so we'll see which one of you guys are a night owl or an early bird. A night owl is a person who has more energy at night, and therefore they stay up naturally at night. And an early bird is a person that even if they don't have to get up in the morning, they still get up. So, okay. So let's go ahead and look at these idioms. Let's rephrase the following sentences by replacing the underlined parts with a suitable idiom. So we have a late riser, to get going, a morning person, a good for nothing, beyond me, so it's beyond me, and have a lie-in. And Greg, yes. You wrote early riser?
No, I just saw late riser, so I think I had somewhere that is early riser too.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course it's opposite, so yes, absolutely. So, yeah, some people write down words so that I can ask them questions later. Hello, Ismail. How are you today?
Hello, Oli. I am doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. It's been a while since I've talked to you, so it's nice to see you. So, question for you before we get started on these idioms. What time do you usually get up in the morning, and how easy is it for you to wake up?
Me, Oli?
Yeah.
Actually, I have to get up early in the morning because of the job, but I remember that from my childhood, it is very difficult for me to wake up early in the morning. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I try everything, but I couldn't find any solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
So you're definitely not a morning, what we call an early riser or a morning person. So
yes.
we'd say a morning person is another word we describe people like that. Okay, so let's rephrase the following sentences by replacing the underlined parts with a suitable idiom. So, Carlos, could you read the first one and see if you can replace this with one of the idioms?
Okay. He's the type of person who feels good in the morning.
Yes.
Could be a morning person.
Yes, he is a morning person. Okay. All right, number 2, David, could you do that one?
Surely, he finds it difficult to start becoming active in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lion.
Have a lion. No, have a lion is different. Have a lion is where you sleep in late and you might not even get dressed that day.
I suppose that maybe get going is better option.
Mm-hmm. He finds it difficult to get going in the morning.
Get going in the morning.
Yeah, to get going. Perfect. Right. Number 3, Greg, could you try that one?
Number 3, it will be late riser.
Yes. So he is a late riser. So a type of person who wakes up late. Okay. And Ismail, could you try number 4?
Number 4, he's a lazy and useless person.
So what would that be?
I think he is good for nothing.
Yeah, he's a good for nothing. Yeah.
He's a good for nothing.
He's a good for nothing. Yep. So somebody who is lazy, useless, doesn't have a job, doesn't try to have a job, maybe still lives with mom for that reason. When normally he would be living away, he would be considered a good for nothing. So, all right. And number 5, Nacho. Can you try that one?
Okay. It's impossible for me to understand why he quit his job. It's beyond me why
Yes,
he
it
quit
is.
his job.
It is beyond me. So if something is beyond you, it means that you just do not understand what that person was thinking. It is beyond me why he chose that, or it is beyond me why she is saying that kind of stuff. So, all right. And Rodrigo, can you try number 6?
Yes, I don't work tomorrow, so I think I will get up later than usual. I think it's have a lie-in.
Yeah, have a lie-in. Yeah, and I have a lie-in is British English. All the rest of them are both American and British English. And I learned this when I first moved to Europe. And what it was described to me is if you have a lie-in, you might not even get out of get out of your jammies that day. You might wear your pajamas all day. You might never leave the house, and just enjoy your home and enjoy what you have there. So, but other people have said no, you just sleep in late. So I think it might depend on where in England you're from. So, Victor, can you speak? How would you say it in American English? I don't work tomorrow, so I think I will get up. I will. I think I will sleep in. It's a phrasal verb.
Sleeping.
Yeah, sleep in. So that's a phrasal verb as opposed to um, an idiom. So Victor, can you speak? Can you hear me? Okay, apparently he can't hear. Okay. All right. So Carlos, looking at all of these different phrases or idioms, how would you describe yourself?
I feel I am a morning person
Mm-hmm.
because as an example, Saturdays and Sundays I wake up at the same time that the other days.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes,
That would.
but this is because in laboral days
Uh-huh.
I cannot do the things that I like to do. So um, I have to do in Saturdays and in Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because I think a lot of people who are night people on the weekends, they will stay up late and sleep in late, and then Monday morning is even worse for them. So so you get up early every morning. That's great. So, David, how about you? How would you describe yourself based on these pictures and these words? David? Okay, maybe he's having a problem with his internet. Sometimes he does. Kako, welcome. Hello? Maybe he's loading. So let's go to Greg. Hello, Kako.
Hi, teacher. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Question: Has a carnival started in Brazil,
Yeah,
or is that over?
it is over.
Oh, okay.
It finished. It finished today.
Okay. All right. I knew it was sometime around now. So, all right. All right. David, can you speak yet, or are you having problems with your internet? Maybe he's walked away. Greg, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Greg, okay. Can you describe yourself based on these words?
Okay, I cannot say that I am the morning person, but I try to work it out. I'm definitely can be described as late, who is rather a late riser, because in the past I have this type of life, and now I try to change it. And What else? I hate to lie in, but sometimes it's happened. But
So
yeah,
usually you don't do it.
usually I try to not do it, especially because in the past it was quite cool to lie to sleep in a bed, but now I found some kind of morning show that I'm waking up and have some laugh that helps me to start the day.
Okay. Yeah, I was like that when I worked I had this job where I got up at 5 o'clock every morning. On the weekends, I would sleep in till maybe 6, 7, or 8. It felt like I was sleeping in, but so. Ismail, how would you describe yourself based on these idioms?
I am absolutely a night owl, Holly, because I couldn't get up early if I had a chance. But I have to go work, and I get up early in the morning. But it is very difficult to fresh up or to gain our daily routine or daily energy.
Okay, so it's really difficult to get going.
Yes.
It's still difficult to get going. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Nacho, how about you? How would you describe yourself based on these idioms?
Well, I love to sleep in, and as I told you earlier, sometimes for me it's hard to get going in the morning. So
because you love to sleep in. Okay, excellent.
yeah.
Rodrigo, how about you? How would you describe yourself?
I'm definitely a late riser because during the week I wake up really early. But I think it's really difficult for me to get going during this day, and during the weekends I'm able to wake up later, and I usually do that. And when I can, I have a lay-in.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So I'm going to try to use all of these words as well, so please listen closely. For me, when I have a job that requires me to be, I will be a morning person, but it is very difficult for me to get going during those mornings because I am a natural late riser. Some people might think that that makes me a good for nothing, but it's beyond me as to why, because having a lie-in is really fun to do on lazy days. Did you guys understand me?
Yes.
You motivate yourself?
Excuse me?
More or less, you are all of them.
Yeah. So basically, I looked at these and I went, all of these are for English material. This is pretty good because all of these are ones that are used quite often by people. This one I think was the most difficult one for me to get into that. But then when I went, oh wait, it's beyond me as to why they would think that, because having a lie-in is fun. So. But yeah, all of these idioms are very, very common in English. So if you have a chance if you don't know them yet, to try to learn them, that would be good. So let's look at these key words now, and so let's match the following words with their correct definition. I'm going to read these words on the left, and then I'll have you guys read the definitions on the right. Okay, so we have to snooze, crucial, an owl, a lark, a notion, and dopey. Okay, so Rodrigo, and welcome back, David. Thank you for coming back. Or actually, Kako, I'm sorry. Kako, could you read letter A?
Snooze. Okay. A belief or opinion.
So what would a belief or opinion be? Any idea?
No, notion.
A notion, yes, exactly. A notion would be a belief or an opinion. So, okay. And Rodrigo, can you do letter B?
Yes. A bird with a flat face and large eyes that hunts at night. That would be an owl, right?
Yes, an owl. Perfect. Okay, and Carlos, could you read letter C?
Yes. A small brown singing bird that is active in the early morning. Mm, I am not sure. Maybe lark?
Yes, it is a lark.
Okay.
And some people will say that a lark is that a lark is the type of bird that is up in the morning, and we always call it an early bird in American English. So, okay, letter D.
Do you have a photo of a lark? Because I think I never seen one.
Yeah, let's look at Google Images. Bear with me, and bear with me a moment. Sorry about my dog.
No problem.
I just shut the door because the dog came inside, and then the neighbor dog started barking, and so he was Alpo A. Okay, let me pull up images and a lark. Also, a lark. To have a lark is another idiom, and it means to go out and have an adventure. So this is what a lark would be. So it's pretty much any kind of bird, I think. Those of you who are birders might know better.
Yeah,
So,
we can see a lot of different birds on Google Images, right?
yeah, so I don't know really what the difference is between them. And this is definitely not a lark, so I don't know what these cars are. So, anyway, I wonder if they... Anyway, yeah, so this is a lark. But to have a lark, which is an idiom, or to go on a lark...
Lark and skylark would be the same bird?
I don't know. Let's check. To go on a lark would be to go on an adventure. Let's check skylark. Looks like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Those of you guys who know me know that I am scared to death of birds, so I know nothing about them. So I was attacked by a crow when I was 7. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've been scared of birds ever since. So, all right. Greg, could you? Yes.
Yes, Holly. One question. I am surprised because I always thought that the chicken was the early bird.
Oh, really?
Yes, in all the tales, the first bird that awake is the chicken.
Actually,
I don't know.
It's the rooster.
Rooster.
The rooster is the one that crows. He goes cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's just a comment.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that either. So.
I remember that when I was a kid, I was attacked by a rooster, but I have 3 years or something like that, so it's happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were attacked by a rooster, but you're fine. Are you fine around birds?
Yeah, I had many parrots. I still have them, but I have to leave them in Poland. I like birds.
Okay, I will cross the street if I see a bird, or a pigeon. And I remember I was walking through this square. I think it's Trafalgar Square in London, with some friends, and there was a bunch of pigeons, and so I walked around it. My friends walked right through it, and they were wondering where I was. So I was
It's
7.
it's
It
the
was a
same.
crucial time. Yeah.
It's the
All
same
right.
for me with spiders.
Is it with spiders? We all have our own little problem there. So, okay. Letter D. Greg, could you read that one?
Yes, the extremely important. So that will be crucial.
Crucial. Yes. D. Okay. And Ismail, could you read the next one?
Letter E. Slow and inactive, as if on drugs. The pay. Adjective. Informal.
Yeah, it's informal. And if anybody knows Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the dopey one is the one that has no hair and doesn't speak. If you guys know that movie from your childhood. Okay, and Nacho, could you read letter F?
Sure. Take a brief light sleep to snooze.
Snooze, yes. Okay, and what's another word for to take a brief light sleep?
Nap.
A nap?
Take a nap. Yeah.
Nap. Yeah, I think a nap is it's to nap and it's a nap, so it's a verb and a noun. So, but I think that's more common than snooze.
Do you say crash?
Crash.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We will say that one. That's very informal, and it might not even be in the dictionary as as a word. But yeah, I'm going to go home and crash. Another one, another idiom would be I'm going to go home and hit the hay. So those two would be very informal.
Don't do use siesta also in
Which one?
USA?
Siesta, we do. But we do know that it's we are cognizant that it's Spanish.
Okay.
Oh. So if we use the word siesta, maybe we're around people that speak Spanish.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a test below to find out if you are a morning or evening person. And then read the article on page 3 to see if you are an A or B person and what is the most suitable type of job for you. So this is kind of like a magazine, you know, one of those magazines, what type of person are you? So let's go ahead and read this. So Rodrigo, could you read number 1 and read all the options? Everybody write down on a piece of paper your answers, and
Okay.
then we will score them all. So, Rodrigo, can you start?
Yeah. If you had no commitments next day, what time would you go to bed? A. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. B. 9 p.m. to 10:15 p.m. C. 10:15 p.m. 12:30 a.m. That's correct?
Yes, 12:30 a.m. Yep.
Okay. 12:30 a.m. 1:45 a.m. 1:45 a.m. 3 a.m.
Okay. Now, usually in this type of situation, when you have this dash here, you could say 1:45 a.m. to 3 a.m. So 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, and that's pretty normal. Okay, so everybody write down your answer. And I guess over here is this must be the score. So, for example, I got a score of 1. So, okay. Number 2, Kako, could you read that one?
You have to do 2 hours of physically demanding work. When would you choose to do it? 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, thank you. All right, and Carlos, could you read number 3?
Yes. you went to bed later than normal and don't have to get up at any particular time. Which of the following is true? You will wake up at the usual time and not fall asleep again. You will wake up at the usual time and then snooze. You will wake up at the usual time but fall asleep again. You won't wake up until later than usual.
Okay, excellent. All right, and David, could you read number 4?
Sure, Holly. You have to sit a 2-hour test. When would you choose to do it? A a.m. to 10 a.m. B 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. C 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. D 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, and the next one. Greg, could you read number 5?
Yes. If you have no commitments during the day, what time would you get up? 5 a.m. to 6:30, 6:30 to 7:45, 7:45 to 9:45, 9:45 to 11 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Okay. All right, and number 6, Ismail, could you read that one?
A friend invites you for a workout at the gym at 10 p.m. How do you think you'll perform? A. Very well. B. Fairly well. C. Poorly. D. Very poorly.
Right, and this is based on how would you think you would perform if you go to the gym all the time? Because my answer would be very poorly because I never go to the gym, but based on the time, it would probably be very well. So, okay. All right, and last one, Nacho, could you read the last one?
Do you think you are a morning person or an evening person? Definitely morning, more morning than evening, more evening than morning, definitely evening.
Okay. Now what I need to, what you do is add the scores together and then compare your scores with the key. Okay. Does everybody have your scores together? So, Kako, where are you? Kako?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Let's. Greg, what is yours?
16 points, so that will be neither.
You're neither. Okay. I'm just gonna write. Okay. CZEGORZ. Okay, so you're neither. And Ismail, where are you at?
I have 15 point, moderately evening.
Yeah, and you said that you're definitely a night owl.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I was at 13 points or 12 points. So, and Carlos, where are you?
I'm 27, moderately morning.
Moderately morning. Okay. Paco, where are you? Are you able to speak?
14 points, teacher.
14 points. So you're also
moderately evening.
Okay. And David, what is your score?
Yes, Holly, I have 19, so I am neither.
Neither or neither. Okay.
Neither.
Yeah, either one. And Nacho, where are you located?
I also have 19, so neither.
So you're neither. Okay. A lot of people usually get this neither one, I think. And then Rodrigo, where are you at?
I got 14, so I'm moderately evening.
Moderately evening. Okay. So which makes sense for at least for some of you, Ismail, and is it 11 or 12 where you are?
Me, Holly?
Yeah. What time is it where you are right now?
Now? Now?
Yeah.
It is a quarter to 1 a.m.
Yeah, so this totally makes sense that you are up at this time because this is when you have your energy. So for me, it's 3 in the afternoon or almost 4, and Kako and Rodrigo, it's almost 8, is it, or almost 9?
It's almost 9.
Almost 9, yeah.
Yeah.
And then for Greg, it's actually early for you, right?
Yeah.
So,
No. Actually, it's 10 p.m.
Is it 10 p.m.? Okay, and then David
actually,
and Nath.
Actually, it will be more close to because it's 10:46.
Okay, so it's almost 11 for you. And
Yeah.
Nacho, it's almost midnight. And Carlos, it's almost midnight. So, Carlos, you're up late for you, I think, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, and then David, it's what, 5 in the almost 6 for you?
Let me check. It's almost 6 p.m. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to read this article real quick. Were you born to snooze? Can't get going in the mornings? You're not lazy, just a bee person. It's your circadian rhythms, explains late riser Dan Roberts. So this article will give those of us who can't get going in the morning an excuse, so which is kind of fun. So, Kako, could you read the first paragraph?
Alarm clocks and I have never been the best of friends. Many of them have been destroyed on my bedside table. I have missed or been late for crucial morning meetings, job interviews, final exams, hospital appointments, weddings, all because I simply can't get up early.
Okay, does that do many people recognize that? So,
Yes.
Rodrigo, could you read number 2?
It's beyond me how those strange people who spring out of bed at 6 a.m. and have jogged, showered, shaved, and had breakfast before I've hit the snooze button. Unsurprisingly, my friends, family, and colleagues have long considered me a lazy good-for-nothing, despite the fact that I often write well into the evening while they are sitting comfortably in front of the TV.
Excellent, thank you. So, number 3, Carlos, could you read that?
Finally, it seems I may have found support from an unexpected source, Denmark's Bee Society. This pressure group supports the rights of bee people who, like me, are slow to perform in the morning, but whose energy spikes in the evening.
Okay, thank you. Nacho, could you read number 4?
The Bee Society's founder, Camilla Kring, is campaigning for fundamental changes in the way we learn, work, and live. Society is arranged around 8 people who are happy working for 8 to 4, she says. We want to create a more flexible society, one which also has a place for bee people, those who are genetically predisposed to wake and work later.
Okay, thank you. All right, and David, could you read number 5?
Kring bases her arguments on the notion that people have different circadian rhythms. These rhythms govern our body temperature, hormone levels, heart rate, and sleep-wake cycles. The circadian rhythms of bee people, such as myself, wake us naturally to 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., after which we feel dopey most of the morning but become more energetic in the afternoon and evening.
Right. And I'm going to read number 6 just because it's halfway there. The rhythms are controlled by a group of about 10,000 nerve cells in our brains, which act as our internal clock. They are activated by light, which enters the eye and is received by cells on the retina. And then number 7, Ismail, could you read that one?
Professor Jim Hone is an expert of sleep research with 30 years experience of analyzing our nocturnal habits. He uses the terms larks and owls to describe early and late risers. About half the population is neither one nor the other, he says. About 10% are extreme morning or evening types. Most people are somewhere in between.
Which is what our tests showed. So,
Yes.
number 8, Kako, could you read that one?
Happily for me, Horn thinks that owls, such as myself, have a good reason for our lie-ins. The many studies we have conducted show very clear differences between larks and owls. Owls are more adaptable to shift work and jet lag, for example, and we work best in the afternoon and evening.
Right. Carlos, could you read number 9?
The problem, of course, is that most jobs are adapted to a people, larks, morning people, you choose to call them.
Okay, thank you. And David, could you read number 10?
I no longer feel responsible. It's not laziness. I am just a bee person, hater of alarm clocks and early mornings and lover of late nights. Luckily, it seems I am in the right profession. A people often work in finance or the legal profession, while B people are usually journalists or creatives. Green says, BS are much more flexible than AS.
Yeah, so Bs are much more flexible than As. Of course we are. So if you're a B person like me, next time you arrive at work an hour late, showing signs of lack of sleep, remember that it's not your fault. Tell your boss it's just those circadian rhythms. So,
And
so
must accept our
yeah, and they'll go.
our excuse.
Yeah, they will not accept that excuse, but at least you have one now, right? Are there any words or phrases in here that you guys do not know? Like, for example, nocturnal habits. Does everybody know what nocturnal means?
No.
Some adjective, something that has something to do with the night.
Yeah, nocturnal. Yeah, it is. It's nocturnal is it is an adjective to describe sleeping. And so, say for example, there are animals that are nocturnal, which means they sleep during the day and they are run around at night, like an animal. Excuse me, like an owl. An owl is a nocturnal animal.
Night owl. Jaguar.
Yeah, a jaguar, for example. I think rodents, mice and rats are nocturnal as well. They do more things at night. So, okay. I think most things maybe you guys know. All right. All right. Let's see, where are we as far as time? Oh, we don't have a lot of time. Let's see if there's any discussion at the end. Okay. Do you think your society is suited to morning people? What changes, if any, would you make? What do you think, Carlos? Since you are the true morning person in this group, do you think that your society is suited to morning people or
Mm,
more night people?
I have been living in some countries, and always the people use the light of the sun to wake up usually,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and we cannot change that. In my opinion, I don't know, but we usually get up, wake up early
To
to
the
to
sun.
to to go to job, to
Okay.
go to
So
work.
what happens if you're in Scandinavia or in Russia, where it gets light at 9 or 10 in the morning?
Yes, you are true. You are right. I
I-
I have been living in central countries
Yeah,
always.
exactly, exactly. So, yeah, and that's I found it amazing. I had never lived in a country where I would leave a client company at 10 in the morning and it's just getting light. So, or I would be leaving another one at 2 or 3 in the afternoon and it was getting dark. It's like, really? Wow. Um, okay, so what do you think? Kako, is your society suited to morning people? What changes, if any, would you make?
Yes, teacher. As a tropical country,
Mm-hmm.
Brazil is very sunny, um, local, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and generally most of the activities are structured to to function during the day, and then
Mm-hmm.
people have to wake up early in order to arrive to their job until 7 a.m. or until 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah.
journey in the usual work journey is between 7 or 8 a.m. To 4 or 5 a.m.
4
Right?
or 5 p.m. You mean?
Yeah. 4 or
4 or 5
5
p.m.
p.m. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so that would definitely be cater to the morning people. And
Yeah.
so, and Ismail, how about in Turkey? Is your society suited to morning people or night people?
Our society is suited to morning people usually, only,
Mm-hmm.
but there are some big companies who are executing flexible working time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that
But
makes it nice.
it is not so much
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Question for Nacho and Carlos. Being in Spain, you guys eat dinner like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Do
Yeah.
most people get up later at night, Nacho? Do they get up later, or do they still get up to the sun?
Mm. People usually get up at 7:30.
Okay, to the sun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've always wondered that because I'd never until I started working with you guys all from Spain. I didn't know that people ate dinner so late at night, and I was very surprised. So, um, so I wondered, okay, is Spain full of night owls? That's what I wondered. So. Okay. Well, it looks like we are out of time. I do want to thank you all for your participation. I hope you learned some new words and had fun learning what you really are as far as whether you're a night person or a morning person, a night owl, an early bird, an owl, or a lark. So I hope to see you again in another class. And for those of you who are in Europe, sleep well. And for those
Thank
of you
you.
who are in South America, continue to have a good evening. So thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Holly.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye
Bye.
bye.